Guys, what's poppin'? It's your man AB tapping in. I gotta tell you about today's sponsor, Beard Organics. Look, it took Lou 49 years, but he finally was able to grow a beard, but he's doing the smart thing and he's taking care of it, all right? When he goes to the barbershop, he brings his kit from Beard Organics with him. First things first, you gotta use the beard wash. It is no point in doing all this extra work if your beard ain't clean. The foundation gotta be right. Next thing, you gotta hit it with the conditioner. That's gonna make it soft, and trust me, your lady friend will thank you. This is all natural and organic ingredients, so you ain't gotta worry about your face breaking out or no other weird stuff happening. Lastly, you gotta hit it with the beard oil. Couple of drip drips here, drip drip there, and when that light hits your beard, it twinkle and glisten. When you step out, people gonna ask you, yo, where did you get your beard products from? You can point them straight to beardorganics.com. Don't forget, let them know if you buy 3 items or more, you get an extra 20% off. So I don't know what you waiting on, but go to beardorganics.com. They got products and accessories. Go and get yourself right and let them know on deck sent you. Hey, what it do with the business is?
It is another week in the books with the On Deck TV show. I am Spike Lou.
Man, holla at your boy Animal Brown, Animal_Brown, if you're looking for me on Instagram or Twitter.
Absolutely, and I am Spike Lou on them same social sites as well. Do the Packers still play football? I ain't heard you say nothing about it.
Yeah, we just don't play it very well.
They
That's
still
all.
got a team.
Growing
It's
pains.
about 2 years since you mentioned the Packers, nigga.
It's basketball season, baby. Let's go, Pistons. Let's go.
It's basketball season already.
Let's go.
That's hilarious, man. Welcome y'all to the show. How you doing out there, B?
I can't call it, man. Shout out to Nashville. Went home for the week. Hollered at Mom Dukes. The city never ceases to amaze me how much it's changed. No matter if I go 6 months in between, a year in between, it doesn't, nigga, 2 weeks in between, it doesn't matter, nigga. Hella shit has changed. But I'm not mad at it, man. Shit looks crazy.
It looks amazing. It does look amazing. Like you said, every time we go home it's something new. Proud to be from there, but it definitely ain't the same place that we grew up at.
No, it's not.
At all.
We had none of this fly shit.
It's 1,000,000% different now. But y'all be thankful for the Nashville. We built that city, nigga. Off our backs, nigga. It's the reason y'all able to do all of that, nigga. This week, man, on the On Deck TV show, you know, we bring you the latest and greatest in hip hop from a Southern perspective each week. That includes Jeezy. He had a big announcement. Brand new Busta Rhymes music is dropping. Kodak Black, he had an appearance on Drink Champs that we'll talk about. Blueface got scolded by Matt Stafford's wife. And Doughboy jumps on a 9-year-old trap rapper song and got roasted for it. We'll get into all of that. But first, AB, we got to lead with our generation's GOAT. Maybe the GOAT overall.
Yeah.
Hove was on Good Morning America. Was that what Gayle King hosts? Is that what that is? One of them.
So. Hell
one of them morning shows. Yeah, not the one on Disney Plus, but one of the morning shows. But Jay was on there, did a dope interview with Gayle King. It was a 2-parter. Talked a lot about the exhibit, a lot about his life, how he got there, and he teased some new music. AB, what did you think about this interview and the interaction with Ross and Sci-Hi talking about the 500K or date with Jay?
Yeah, pause with the date with Jay. First of all,
crazy.
Definitely here for a Jay interview. Like you said, he's our generation's GOAT, arguably every generation's GOAT, depending on who you ask. So when he sits down and talks, I like to listen to what he got to say. He usually speaking some real shit. And I thought this was interesting. First of all, the exhibit looked amazing. I really want to go. It's ending on his birthday, but so I don't know if I'm gonna make it in between that time. I hope he extends the exhibit so I can pull up. But what stood out to me was the $500,000 versus the dinner convo. We get to relive that shit all over again, which of course was trending in the last year or two. I'm glad she asked him that. So shout out to the intern that works at Good Morning America that told Gayle to ask this. And I like this answer. He said, "Man, take the money, nigga. I've given you game all 12 CDs. What the fuck are y'all talking about? Go buy my CDs
out there." He said, yeah.
Nigga, take them 500. Go buy my CDs, nigga, and take the game from that and go flip them 500 or however much you got left after you buy my catalog. Like, I did like the answer. The Ross and Sci-Hi dick riding is insane. I will say that. These niggas have to understand they are already in a position of money. Ross gave an example of when he met with Jay after he signed his Def Jam deal, which I'm sure was not for pennies. It was probably a decent little advance because Ross had a little buzz and a hot record, and he got some game from Jay about making albums and how to make songs, and he used that, and it propelled his career to the Ross we know now. I get that. I swear to God, I do. Bro, if you would have got that pre-deal, or if you would have been given the option pre-Def Jam deal, you would have took the money too, because that advice may or may not have helped you, nigga, because you're probably taking the bag. Like, fuck that. Same for Sci-Hi. Man, when I was writing for Kanye in Hawaii, I sat with Jay and he told me, wait, when you was doing what? Like, come on, bro. Niggas is in their cubicle in fucking mustard colored walls with a fucking headset on, ready to commit suicide, nigga, if they shit beep and a customer come on the other line yelling at them, dude. Niggas do not want to hear about no dinner passing up $500K, bro. Take the fucking bread, go buy some books and learn some investment shit and flip it, dude.
Books is crazy.
Like, come on, man. That's an easy call, but great interview. I recommend people check it out if they haven't watched it. What you think about it, though?
Yeah, both parts on YouTube. You can go check that out, baby. 11 minutes a piece. Real good to get, especially if you fuck with Hov. I definitely want to go to the exhibit. Booked my flight after that, so I'll be there in the like swimwear. I want to see all of that. Thanks. All of that looked interesting, and I'm a museum guy anyway, so I'm definitely going to fuck with that. Now to the 500K versus dinner convo. I think Jay made it pretty clear to people. He basically said it, but even underlined is like, bro, what? I'm not saving y'all niggas. Like, I'm not putting the cape on because we eat dinner and being like, oh, you got a great business idea. Like, you're not going to get, you're literally going to get nothing from me. We might sit down and have a meal. But like you said, with Ross and Sahai, that's different. And I can't even understand how them niggas didn't comprehend it before they even tweeted it. Maybe they just wanted engagements. But yeah, if you Rick Ross, you want to have dinner with Jay-Z, he could put you on a couple plays because he didn't been to places that you're trying to go. Sahai, same thing. And nigga said he made $500K a year. And that ain't the money we think it is, he says. And also says that he's had, like you said, sit downs with Jay that were very lucrative in his career. Again, that man can give you a career advice because you already have a structure. Yeah. The niggas did, like you just said, AB, like the niggas that's watching this, most people who are consuming this that need that 500K, Jay-Z said the right thing. Like, nigga, take it, build something up. Then maybe we may have dinner once you get to the level of where you should be in a room having dinner with me. I think if it had been all about that in the interview, he could have dove deeper into it. But even if you look at the people who work with Jay, Tata, OG Wan, like Emery, all of these people have been him for years. Years. Like, these are his damn near friends for real, or close enough business associates where he probably has some genuine, care for them. Like, you having a dinner with them, you're not going to establish that type of relationship with Jay-Z. And I don't understand why people out of the gate, people are so, what's the word that I'm looking for? Like, just, damn it, I can't think of the word, but they not understanding, or they think that the impact that they're going to make in a dinner with Jay is going to get or spark up their career. Yeah. And most people aren't that captivated. I ain't even gonna hold you. Jay-Z been a lot of motherfuckers, bro. He's married to Beyonce. You think you're gonna have a good enough tongue, be talented at pause, or be talented enough and say the right things in order to impress Jay-Z at dinner? Like, that's crazy to me.
Yeah, that's a good point. And it's not even just Hove, though. You're not gonna click like that on the first meeting with damn near anybody. Like, if you get lucky enough to have a Rich Paul and LeBron situation, like, that's 1 in a million when you cross paths and you happen to both have parents who are on drugs and y'all got something that maybe y'all can relate to, but still, that shit don't happen in one sitting. Like, that's a relation. That shit has to like build. So this one magical dinner with one person, bro, it's not going to give you the fucking rainbow, nigga, to the end of Wizard of Oz, bro. Like, it's just not, it's not that simple. It sounds cool. It's like fairy tale dreams. This is what dreams are made of, shit, man. But it's not real life, though. I get the discussion. Maybe you have an argument if it's 50,000, maybe. I'm talking about, that's a huge capital letter, maybe. But 500 bands, half a meal ticket, bro. Stop, man. Stop the fucking.
And it really depends on like what you got going on.
That's true.
Like if you just want to have dinner with Jay-Z,
Yeah,
if
just
you
on you.
turn
You just
down
got the 50 to
500K
blow.
and you ain't no. Well, I'm just saying, if you turn it down 5K, say no, I'd rather have dinner with Jay-Z. Like your business plan, your business, your career, like all of that shit need to be in line where he can give you a small tidbit and maybe turn some shit around. If you're gonna use the meeting to launch your career or launch something, that's OV. Take them 500, bro. Because that's essentially what it's, you can use that 500 to get to the point where you need to be. The audacity of people, that's the word that I was looking for. Yeah. Like the audacity of people to think that I'm gonna sit down with Jay-Z, he's gonna believe in me, and I'm gonna have a better life after that. Man, come on with that $500,000, bro. Take my taxes out and give me my money.
This is essentially because the 500 you can spend on marketing to get whatever it is that you do have in front of a whole lot of motherfuckers.
You ain't depending on an investment from Jay-Z.
Bruh, this reminds me of real quick before we move on. This reminds me of the Ross Boss Up conference. Remember those tickets were 20 bands, and we asked on here, "Hey man, you think that's worth 20 bands to stand in Ross' house with 10 or 15 other people who also paid 20?" Now, obviously, these motherfuckers mean business if you paying 20, but we said if you don't have a business that is on the cusp of goddamn it breaking through or would be tailor made for Ross specifically, paying them 20 is rough. You better have that shit established.
Right. What I want to be here, fan out or something? Like,
yeah.
Get out of here, bro.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Nah, that's it.
Next up, man, we taking it to Cleveland. There's a rapper. Well, not Cleveland, but
that's where dude from.
Cleveland is where Doughboy is from. But there's a 9-year-old. There's a 9-year-old rapper. His name is Little RT. We knew Little was going to be in it. It was Little or Young. You can always damn near guarantee that. His name is Little RT. He was a 9-year-old rapper with a video called 60 Miles. And it had been kind of making rounds across social media because he's rapping not suitable for work lyrics. You know, street shit, like hustling, all that shit. Doughboy, people were already questioning the content. Rapper Doughboy seizes the opportunity to jump on the remix and puts a verse to it and gets roasted online. He did defend himself and say, man, I don't know if y'all know this or not, but little 9-year-old kids talk just like him on Call of Duty microphones on PS5. I hopped on the song to give him an opportunity because maybe he can get on with this rap stuff and get out of the bullshit that he's currently living in. So my question to you is, what side of the fence do you fall on? His explanation, do you buy it? Or are you like the people on Twitter that roasted him like, bro, why are you pumping this into the mainstream?
Surprisingly, man, I'm on Doughboy's side with this. And the reason being, like, he brings up a good point. Like, maybe this is the song to get the little boy on. And we've all talked about, like, a successful rap act. You talked about employing at least 10 to 15 people. Managers, like if he really gets on, you know what I'm saying? Right. Not saying a Doughboy verse would do that, but it got a lot of popularity as far as just him being a 9-year-old rapper. So maybe with the assistance of Doughboy in that feature, he does get to remove himself and his family out of the situation that he's rapping about. Like I don't blame Doughboy for that. I don't know if that was his singular focus. I can't say that. I know he's seen that video going online and probably thought it would be cool if he hopped on there and chased some clout. But with that being said, that is a good explanation, man. Like we always talk about, we see this shit in the movies. Like he just said, they do it on Call of Duty online. Like the niggas will cuss you out on there if you go on there losing on their squad or they beating you or something like that. So it's out there and it's being consumed or being done by 9-year-olds anyways. I do understand why people would have a problem with it since he's so young. But again, we don't know the background. Like what people know by now is most rap acts are fake anyway. Maybe this little dude come from a 2-parent home, they rich, successful, and they just doing this to get on. Like who knows? We don't know the background of his story, and we know how much rappers put on. Like me and you have witnessed this. We know like everything that you see out in the front ain't necessarily what's going on. So maybe that's the case with this little boy. Or again, maybe he can really help him and provide the opportunity for that little boy to get people around him in a better situation. So I'm with Doughboy on this.
It's a slippery slope. if they're doing this to get on and it just worked, that makes I could argue that's worse. Because a 9-year-old, it just gets more wilder and wilder. I don't know if you remember Little Mouse several years ago. Fuck around, get smoked. He was 13, and then Wayne put that on his dedication mixtape, dedication like 3 or 4. He was a kid out of Chicago. He was 13 years old, talking the gangster shit, the street shit, all the drill shit. And people were like, bro, why is this 13-year-old getting Wayne, why did you just put this 13-year-old on your shit talking this wild shit? Like it, and then now it's a 9-year-old. Nigga, next year it'll be a 6-year-old. And then it'll be like, it just, people look at it as a slippery slope because people like to imitate and emulate. And it's monkey see, monkey do. And yeah, you're right. Maybe his 5 or 6 immediate circle, his parents, they end up getting gigs, and you never know, he may turn out to be successful. But you get 75 million other little RTs that don't know that this shit is embellished, that they're 8, 9, 6, and 7. They don't know what we know. Like, yes, we know all this shit is exaggerated. We get that. We're adults. We're grown-ups. Whatever the case may be, nigga. I remember I tried to get this shit at 13, and my mom was like, nah, nigga, you don't understand this shit. Yeah, I got it at 15 and got it. Okay, cool. Everybody don't have that quote-unquote luxury. Everybody doesn't have a filter. It's different now, nigga. Niggas on YouTube, you can look all this shit up on YouTube, nigga. Mom ain't got a clue. So, like, some people's minds aren't ready to understand what's really going on, and they start to emulate and think that shit cool. I remember Juice WRLD said he only started doing lean because he listened to Future. And I'm not putting that on Future. I'm just showing you the effects and how some people's minds work. They are easily like influenced. And if you're influenced to do goofy shit, man, there's niggas out here that will do the goofy shit because they influence behind it. Like, that's just the state that we in. And so I think I have more of an issue, not necessarily with Doughboy, even though he is, some of his shit is kind of ignorant. But I let him slide because he's 29, 30. I have a problem with the blog sites that kept posting the video. That's where I think the smoke need to be at. If there's smoke for anyone, these rap blog sites that post the same thing on 4 different sites, and you see it on your Twitter timeline out of nowhere. Like, it's like, are these niggas working together? Like, where did they get this video from? Why are they pushing this? And there's some like Ukraine dude overseas that's nigga running it. Like, you know, like that has no. That gets no like pushback or nothing from the put. They're like, yo, look at this. Look how wild this is. But I only know about it because of you. Like, to me, I would put more smoke on that. But I would love to hear from the parents though. Like, or I would love just to hear their perspective. What does this look like? What do parents of that 9-year-old look like? How do they act?
I would love to see that too. I would love to see his parents. Where I would disagree with you is, he's emulating something that he probably seen too as well, right? So
probably so.
What's the difference?
Which is where the slippery slope begins. So that's what I'm saying.
Okay, gotcha. Because I was gonna say, what's the difference between him doing it and name your favorite rapper? Like, what's Fabio Foreign or whoever else it may be to do the drill shit? Like, that's just as, I would say, destructive. Are you saying because it's closer to the age group of some kids that they may be influenced more to do it?
Agreed.
Because
they don't know.
Around.
Niggas Fabio age are influenced.
10 years old. That's true. But I mean, how is it different from a Sexy Red or like anybody like that?
Well, I mean, I would look at it like this. At least the stuff that Sexy Red is promoting, it won't get you locked up. You might get a
no.
I don't listen to it, so y'all correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh no.
But bend that ass over, let your coochie breathe, and you just gonna kick it in the club.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. That's not gonna get you locked up. That's all I'm saying.
Then you got
hurting
girls
anybody.
bending their ass over. You got them emulating that. Like, just like it is hurting.
She's not a kid though, bro.
I would say.
If a 14-year-old girl came out with that song, motherfuckers would be it would be that shit would go crazy.
Talking about breaking the internet,
bro.
That would break the internet.
That's what I'm saying. And I know there's a double standard. It's different for girls and dudes. Like, I understand that. I actually don't. I think double standards are okay. I don't think people should be looked at exactly the same. But I'm saying, let's not relax too much on, Oh, I mean, he's 9. He's it's like, no, like, nigga, come out here with the little Bow Wow shit. Come out here rap about the girls, nigga. You'd probably be on right now.
Well, we've seen that before. That's why it's popular, though, right?
It always
We ain't never
works.
seen a little nigga that was 9 doing this, though.
But
We
it
ain't never seen
always
a little
works.
nigga
The
that was,
girl
and I
shit
ain't,
always works, bro. That shit, the clean
does.
people make more money clean than they do with the ratchet shit. That's what it's just the ratchet
That's true.
shit seems quote unquote cooler. No, nigga, you can get fucking paid with the clean shit. Look at Taylor
That
Swift,
is true.
bro.
You can't get paid with the clean shit.
Like what?
I tell you, I facts. I'd love to, like you said, either hear the little boy talk or hear his mom and dad talk, or whoever
I would love it.
takes care of. I would love to hear that before I would jump to the judge and say this is completely bad. I would love to hear like the people behind it, thought processes, marketing plans, all of that stuff. I would definitely love to hear that. All right, moving on. Speaking of another influential person in the new generation, your man Kodak Black, AB. He was on Drink Champs and he was on one. I didn't get to watch the interview yet, but I have seen clips. I'm not sure what was going on. I'm not sure if it was just a drinking that they usually do that had him kind of slizzer like that or something else. But Kodak was in his bag. He made a lot of declarations up there, but one of them being about Ray J, some more about T.I., some more about Master P, I believe. My question to you, was he just up there clout chasing? Are you concerned about him, or is this Kodak being Kodak?
I feel like more people should be concerned because he doesn't always sound like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've heard Kodak in interviews. This ain't the first interview he's ever done. Like, you saw him when he got out of jail. He didn't sound like this, in my opinion. I don't remember him sounding like it. He was damn near incoherent. And it makes Nori look crazy because he just had a situation like this with Kanye when Kanye was sounding wild and then really was sounding unfocused and rambling, and it ended up getting him canceled, so to speak. And people question Nori like, bro, like, what are y'all do? Because if this was, bro, can you picture if this nigga, if he came on Adam 22 shit with this same energy and they chopped up these clips in the same way and promoted it and teased it in the same way, bro, niggas would hang Adam 22, rightfully so. You'd be like, bro, what you trying to do?
Well, he said something right there.
Like, you'll say, like, what y'all, nigga, hey, man, Vlad, what you doing, bro? Like, what you trying to promote with this? We would look at them sideways. Therefore, in my opinion, it's fair to look at Nori like, bro, y'all chopped up these clips to make this nigga look wild and to like, y'all are doing what we claim we shouldn't. Y'all are doing what we claim that Vlad and Adam 22 do purposely, but if it was somebody black, we wouldn't do them like that and have them looking crazy. Y'all are doing that. That's all. So I think it's fair to ask Nori, like, bro, what y'all trying to prove right here? Because the nigga looked wild. He looked crazy. There's no way in fuck I'm sitting through 3 hours of that. I could barely sit through the 30-second clip. So there's you can cancel me watching the whole interview. And niggas like Ray J was reaching out like, hey man, somebody grab bro, make sure he good. Like, what is this, bro? Like, this ain't it. He was basically saying this ain't it. And I'm not mad at that. Now, real quick before I shut up and let you go, Kodak responded to Ray J and was like, bro, you clout chasing. Why are you doing it? Why are you jumping on the internet saying this shit? You could have had somebody reach out to me if you really gave a fuck. You just riding the wave. Which, to be honest, is also fair. Like, that's fair. But I can't be mad at Ray J if he just saw the clip in his hand and he had time that day to instantly respond like, hey, man, hold on, this ain't it. And he just typed it and it hit send. Like, I can't be mad at that. That's how the world moves now. Everything's instant. So I'm with him. I respect when Big Sean went on Drink Champs and said, hey, Nori, do y'all niggas drink water? Like, do y'all take breaks? Because I know y'all do a lot of interviews with a lot of drinking. Like, are y'all good? He's the only nigga that's went on there and checked on Nori and be like, hey, man, y'all not just drinking all day, every day, right? Y'all balancing this shit out, or is fake drink? Like, what, are you good? I just want to make sure. And there's nothing wrong with that, in my opinion. So you could say that was a version of that, but I don't know. What you think, though? Was Ray J tripping?
I don't know if Ray J owes Kodak Black a call even after that. Like, I don't know if I owe you that, my nigga. Like, you want to sit up here and embarrass yourself on Nori. I don't really owe you a call because, like you said, it's instantaneous reaction nowadays. I'm on Twitter. I'm just scrolling. Nigga, I was just in the car and happened to see this, and I wanted to throw the white flag up or whatever,
right.
red flag up. I wouldn't say that Ray J was cloud chasing. He probably was genuinely concerned.
Yeah.
And there probably some still like I don't see him and Kodak hanging in the same circles. Like he's probably 3 or 4 phone calls away.
Yeah,
and I
he hit
do
a
that if I
Whack.
was
He
Ray J.
tagged
I ain't
Whack in
making-
it.
Yeah, I'm saying I wouldn't make 3 or 4 phone calls if I was Ray J. I got more shit to do.
Gotcha.
Like, bro, you was wilding on there. I'm gonna put this tweet out. I'm not gonna take time out of my day, even though I am concerned. I still got shit to do, and you still a grown ass man. So I'm not gonna take time out of my day to go through 4 or 5 people to find your number, because I don't think that they probably have any direct contact with each other. So I say that to that. But you brought up a good point, man. If this was Adam 22, if this was Vlad, it would be looked at differently. But Nori is looked at as a safe space. It's we drinking, we having fun, and sometimes it does go too far. I do think that this was one of those instances, and I'm not sure if Nori is one of those people that's screaming COE nowadays, content over everything. I'm not sure, but it's starting to look that way, like you said.
Yeah.
They told him not to put the Ye video out. He put it out anyway.
Facts.
Now we looking at Kodak Black, and we're like, little bro don't look too good.
Right.
I ain't never heard Nori say nothing about it. Like the reason that we don't trust an Adam 22 or a Vlad is because in those situations they just letting it ride. My expectations of Nori is putting out a statement, or at least addressing it and being like, nah, little bro, he was cool, or I didn't realize it would, like something, just addressing the situation, because as I said, that's supposed to be a safe space.
Yep.
Now, I ain't knocking him for the interview. I understand, like, you got to make a living, you got to make money. But however, when we're in each other's spaces, and the whole reason that we go hard on Vlad or that we go hard on Adam 22 is because we know that's not a safe space. Like, niggas done caught charges sitting up there with them niggas.
Yep.
Or whatever else may happen. And not to mention just they total disregard for people. I don't look at Nori that same way, but I do think that this was a mistake, like you said. Like, I don't need to hear from Kodak Black that bad to see him in that. I don't want to laugh at it. I don't want to be like, I'm concerned. Like, I would prefer not even seeing that. I would prefer like Nori giving him a call, not Ray J, Nori. Yeah. Like, hey, bro, I'm looking at the footage, man. This shit kind of wild, bro. And I can understand Kodak being a young dude, like, fucking, I don't care, OG, put that shit out. Now, I'm not calling to ask you, my nigga. I'm calling to tell you that it look wild and I'm not putting it out. You can come back up here and we can redo this. I expect that out of Nori. That's why we give him the grace of doing that. And more people should do what Big Sean did, too. Even if it's a mood killer or whatever it may be. Like, more people should do a check-in with them, the guests that's up there, and Nori and DJ FN. Yeah, because that's not healthy. Like, we know that. Like, just sitting around drinking like that's not healthy. It's not conducive to a lot of stuff. But again, it's a safe space. You're having a good time. You want to relax. We get it. But when it goes too far, we also want Nori to be a responsible person with this culture, with the people, with our people, and be like, look, bro, this don't look right. This ain't right. This don't sound right. Let's redo this, or let's just schedule it for another day. But I ain't really comfortable with putting you out here like this. Yeah. That's the expectation that I have of Nori.
I agree. And Whack, so Ray J tagged Whack 100 and said, bro, can we get him some help or whatever, man? So Whack responded and said, ain't nothing wrong with Kodak. Either you understand him or you don't. Man was focused and being himself. The great always stand alone. Fam.
Yeah, see, that's insane. But you also talking about the same person. You're talking about the same person who promotes Blueface and Tekashi 6ix9ine. Like, he with all the shit.
Facts.
Like, Whack with all the shit. Kodak more talented than that. Like, I don't even know why he associate with Whack. Nigga, like, that's crazy to me.
That's bro, I'm telling you, niggas look up and nigga Kodak done OD'd on some shit, and none of this shit is funny no more. Like, that's all I'm saying. I don't want people. We have had a pretty good year in hip hop when it comes to artists passing away. When the last artist that passed away? It's been quiet, thankfully.
Was it dude that got shot at the Waffle Place? PNB Rock.
That was last year. Like, it's been 2023 been quiet. Rest in peace, Gangsta Boo. Bro, I can't think of no more. Yeah. Last year it was hella motherfucker.
As far as it's violence.
Yeah, that's what I mean. In terms of violence and stuff like that, but that's what I mean. Like, overdoses, violent Juice WRLDs and all of them. Yeah. It's been quiet. Yeah. Like, niggas don't need to relax, and because it's been quiet, like, shit, because what happens when stuff happens, people get all deep and people get all like, damn, man, we got to do something about this. damn, bro, we gotta check in on. But since it's been quiet, we ain't really had no timeline full of the same face in a couple of months or a year. Niggas just relaxed and be like, that's Kodak being, that's it. He's being himself, the great standalone. Like, bro, stop, fam. Like, I just don't want to see it turn into something, because then niggas will be like, man, we should really do something about it. Okay. Like, niggas always do this shit after the fact.
Send some long ass post saying, I wish I would have done something. Yeah, I knew on like this.
Or some long ass post like, where were you? Where was his people at? Why didn't nobody check? Like, fam, niggas be showing the signs, bro.
Hopefully Kodak is okay.
Like that's it. And maybe he was just on one that day.
Maybe he was just on one that day. Maybe him and Nori did talk. Maybe Nori seen that and was like, let me give him a call. I hope that happened. I really
That's possible. Hey man, fourth quarter is here. So a couple of new releases we're gonna talk about today. One, I know you're a huge fan of this guy. Busta Rhymes is dropping an album November 24th called Blockbuster. Get it? This is, I think, his 9th, 10th album. Now, here's the thing. Normally, we wouldn't talk about this because I'm not a fan. You're not a fan. Normally, this would be nothing. No news. However,
I was wondering why I was on here.
However, the project is executive produced not only by Timbaland, not only by Swiss, but also Pharrell. He has 3 of the biggest GOATs in hip-hop production history executive producing a new album. Is that enough to get you to check it out?
No. Not at all. Not even slightly. I'm not interested. I saw this and I was wondering, why aren't there more versus battles, bro? Like, y'all niggas is wasting time doing a Busta Rhymes album and we can't get a versus. Where's the Puff and JD versus, dude? Yeah. That's all I want from Swiss and Timbaland right now. But in all seriousness, I wonder how Busta Rhymes pulled this off. You and I really don't hold him in high regard, but he is a legend of the game. I want to show the respect that he is due. I can't say that I still wouldn't listen to this though. Like, he had to have a God. He had to have a track from God featuring Jesus and Jay-Z. Shout out my nigga Tip. For me to even turn this on. If somebody sends me a song like this banging off at Busta Rhymes, if you heard it, of course I'll listen. But I'm not. No, I'm not. And again, it's more so style for me. I'm not a fast rap person. I really don't follow fast rap like that. So that's the bag that Busta Rhymes is usually in. I respect it. He cold at it, but it's just not for me, big dog. What about you?
I will say, yeah, when he does that style rapping, I don't want to hit it. I'm good. And I'm not a fan either. But again,
I had another style. I ain't going.
Yeah, no, he does. There's songs where he don't rap like that for sure.
Really?
But yeah, no doubt for sure. Crazy. But I will say that his status is cemented. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. If shout out to the homie Coach Lock. He's a fan. He's the only Busta Rhymes fan I know, so they do exist. And I have listened to, I want to say maybe one Busta Rhymes album, like purposefully, and that's the one he did with Dr. Dre. Because I wanted to hear the production, and that album was actually solid. Again, because he didn't rap like he didn't rap like that the whole fucking album. Like I don't want to hear that shit. That's when I learned he actually rapped normal on shit. I was like, oh, okay. And I think he was featured on something. He was featured on that Puff where he didn't sound bad, and I think he was featured
I've only heard him on that Game song, and I don't even think he rapped on there. But
he was just talking.
Yeah, day after day.
Yeah, that's that shit right there, though. But now the joint he did with Dr. Dre, the Big Bang, has some shit on there. I'm not gonna front. With that being said,
really,
this is enough to get me to listen, because producers can make or break a project. We've seen what Hit Boy has cooked up with Nas in the studio. There's a world where you get 3 big dog producers who have done this before, have done this for years, have cooked up full bodies of work. This might actually sound like something. I am interested. You have my attention. If these 3 names were attached, there's no way in hell I would listen to it at all. Like, there's not a chance unless Jay was on. I'm talking about like big dog features was on that motherfucker. Pac, nigga, I need a big verse. It'd have to be big dog features. I'm gonna check it out now, though. I'm gonna check it out.
I believe that Busta Rhymes threatened to beat these dudes up. if they didn't do this album. I'm about 75% sure because that's the type of time Busta seemed like he'd be on too. He probably got Swiss in the corner. Hey, bro, new album. I'm getting Pharrell and Timbaland to do. He ain't even talked to neither one of them yet. just pulling niggas to the side and forcing them to do it, man. That's hilarious, dude.
Now, them niggas might be bored, though. They might have been bored. They waiting on the Triller shit to clear. And they like, man, we need something to do, man. And they just nigga was high in the studio with Busta Rhymes happened to be right there.
Let me tell you how high I would have to be to commit to doing the album.
Listen,
Rhymes.
I'm gonna tell you this though.
Look up how I have to be.
Look up the song with him and Ross on his last album. That motherfucker is fire, nigga. It's called Master Fard Muhammad.
That's the name of the album?
That's the name of the song.
Oh, I was going to say, what?
You don't need to listen to the album at all, but you need to listen to the song, Master Fard Muhammad with Ross. That motherfucker is tough.
This made me think of while we're talking about it. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Just Blaze was online the other day, and he said he has some unreleased shit that he was about to drop. Some Slaughterhouse sessions and things like that. Are you interested in that at all?
Yeah, because he was supposed to do the Slaughterhouse album. And they got shelved because them niggas broke up and went their separate ways. I would listen to that, even though I think that was around, I forgot the year that was around, so it probably sounds hella dated. But I would listen to that.
08, 09, wasn't it?
Huh?
Yeah, I want to hear that. I said that was about 08 or 09, wasn't it? Was it that far back?
I don't know if it's that far, but I would listen to that though. Yeah, drop that. I'll check that out. Them niggas be spitting. I listen to new shit from them niggas, so I'll listen to that.
Yeah, that album you said was all right. That Joel Ortiz and
that's solid.
Who was he with?
Crooked Eye.
Who was
King
Joel Ortiz and who? Yeah, Crooked Eye. Yeah. All right, man. Moving right along. Another one of your boys, AB, streamer Kai Connect. Is it Sunnet or Connect?
Sunnet.
Is it Kai Connect? It's Kai Sunnet. The C is an S. Okay. Streamer Kai Sunnet. I've been seeing this online, and we're going to get into it a little bit here. I want to know what you think, AB. He's doing a 7-day stream from a makeshift jail. They got the clothes on, got different guests coming, rappers. NLE Chopper was there. Some people say it's innovative. Some people are saying it's a bad example for his audience, the kids that watch him. What say you, AB?
I'm not gonna lie. When I heard he was doing this, it sounded. I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of. It's Halloween. I get it. That's kind of okay. That's kind of cool. That's different. He's known for those big 24-hour streams like he did with Offset, and he'd be having guests come through. He's a young kid. I get it. Streaming is the thing. I'm not personally into it. It's not for me. But if I was 20 or 18, 19, I probably would be tapped in and would understand it a little bit more. So I got it. You want to go big. Nigga, I'm doing 24 hours straight. Damn, that's cool. Nigga, I'm doing 7 days straight. And dad, you going bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay, cool. But then I seen the clip. I didn't know niggas was going to be dressed up in the county oranges and shit. I didn't know niggas was going to be literally in cells, 6 deep, freestyling like what's your boy? What's my boy from Memphis?
Finesse too.
Yeah, in jail freestyle like Finesse, nigga. And then like niggas, and then guests come in with the county oranges on. Boy, look hella cringy. Like I was like, man, this is insane. This looks wild, and I don't even necessarily like. It made me question whose idea it was. That was the first time I was like, okay, this looks like some industry plant shit. But then I had to look it up and see how old he was. He's 21 years old. He's young as fuck. So I was like, okay, I can understand why he thinks this will be a good idea. But I feel like if he had OGs around, they would have advised him not to do this. But I get it. Remember when what's my boy name, man? Bobby Shmurda, when he got signed. Yeah. And he hopped on the desk and performed.
He was rapping on the table.
And to him in that moment, he was probably shaking it. Nigga, I just signed this fat ass deal. Nigga, the wire is about to hit in an hour. more money than I've ever dreamed of. I told niggas I was gonna get on. Nigga, I'm up. I'm finna jump on this table, play my shit. I'm shaking it. But when you looked at it, and it was middle-aged white people around the table, and he rapping about what he's rapping about, it looked like a minstrel show. It like the optics look crazy from our perspective on the outside looking in. I don't think he thought that at the time. I don't think this Kaiser Knight dude is thinking that, but the optics look crazy, in my opinion. What do you think? Are niggas overthinking that shit?
Man.
Cosplay in jail is insane, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Cosplaying in jail it is crazy, but it is getting people attention.
Facts.
And if I'm gonna put some blame on him, I gotta blame NLE Chopper and Drewski and everybody else that went up there. I think Carlos Miller was up there from the 85 South Show. Desi Banks, I seen him up there.
Damn, really?
Christian Rock, she went up there. Yeah, like Desi was up there. They was doing a freestyle. He did a fake Scared Straight.
Gotcha. Okay.
I don't know. I think we are too far removed from this world to get it. I'm not sure if there's a message behind it. I'm not sure if there was some type of promo deal that he's doing. I don't know what the incentive was to do this. I, like you, really hope that it wasn't just some white man that had a brilliant idea, he thinks, and put this little black boy out there because he thought it would look cool and would make money and would be funny. And the black kid wasn't old enough to realize, like, nah, that really ain't funny, and just went with it. But I get the criticism, though, man. I ain't even going to hold you. Like, again, as I mentioned earlier, we're in this content over everything area, and it's strange, it's scary, it's weird, it's all of those things, bro. And it leaves people like you and I, because of course we grew up with the internet, but we didn't grow up on the internet.
Facts.
They're two different things. So all of this shit looks fucking weird to us. I have no idea, bro. Let me tell you something. The last place that you want to be, the last place that a nigga wants to be is jail. I promise you that. For a nigga that's never been, for y'all niggas that's never been to jail, that is the last place that you want to be, especially if you're not like a criminal. If you got some about yourself, bro, like you will go insane in jail. So I just don't understand, like you said, with the OGs, like I don't understand how he would have came up with this idea, ran it by some people that had some sense, and them still being like, cool. I feel like this was fed to him. He went with it. Now we are seeing a lot of people are talking about it. Like it's moving the meter like they want to.
For sure.
But what is the cost of this? Like, I'm looking at something now. It said it had 250,000 viewers. So I'm wondering, is this going to influence kids that jail is cool now? Like, I don't know. I'm not saying that. I'm not accusing him of trying to make jail cool. I'm just wondering, because I'm far removed from the streaming world, like you said. Are kids watching this and are they like, okay, I don't mind going to jail now? Or is it like some living color, funny skit type shit that we just don't get? I don't know.
That's a good point.
But again, the optics of it, like you said, it's crazy. And if any kids are listening to this and want to hear from an old nigga, do not go to jail. I don't give a fuck how Casanate make this shit look. I don't care how funny it is, how interesting it is, how many days straight he did it. Like, I promise you, it ain't that. It is not that. Listen, but yeah, I'm too far removed to know, bro. Like, this just comes off as weird to me. The last place I want to act like I would be is jail.
No, but a lot of times, something to kids, they don't have the same context or experience that we have. And so it's not gonna look the same. And they may be like, bro, you wilding, bro. We know it's a joke. We know it's Halloween. Like, chill, like, relax.
Right, exactly.
And I would understand that completely.
Exactly.
I promise you, I'd be like, nah, you're probably right. I'm glad at least you got sense. For the people that don't have sense, and I'm not saying it would make them look like jail is cool. It just may make them look like jail ain't that bad, which to me is equally the same, dude. That's just the same as thinking it look cool, thinking it ain't that bad. Like, oh God, man, they shaking it like, you know when the pictures go viral and niggas in jail with like PlayStations and shit, like stuff like goofy shit.
I saw the niggas freestyling in there. Right. Like, it was, they did the fake scared straight. They did that.
Bro, they making that shit like a boys and girls club.
Light skinned dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Everybody's in on it.
But you gotta understand.
Everybody's in on it is what's surprising.
No, you got to understand, they're represented by the same people, though. Casa Knight is represented by the same people who represent Drewski. It's just like a record label when people feature on the same record. You be like, damn, why he on that record? No, because they on the same label. And so they're both there. I know for a fact Kai and Drewski are represented by United Talent Agency, UTA. And they represent a lot of the comedians and a lot of those people. I don't know about everyone else, but they're represented by the same people. So that's where you get people showing up and da-da-da-da-da. So that's where that comes from. I don't know about everybody else.
I just wonder why it had to be jail. Like, why couldn't it have been like a barbershop, like a gym?
I guess that ain't spicy enough, bro.
It's but even if you're doing something wild and want to theme it around Halloween, it could have been a cemetery. Like, it could have played some scary shit. It could have been a fucking haunted. It could have been anything. Just jail. I don't know, man.
It's cringy at our old washed age, knowing everything at stake. It's hella cringy, bro. But I can understand him being like, nigga, it's not that deep.
This the dude that had this shit happen with the PlayStation in New York.
Yeah, he caused
the riot broke out.
Yeah,
he going to jail for that, ain't he? Didn't they sentence him to jail for that? You don't know? Okay,
I don't think so. He'll pay a fine.
He got like 3 or 4 days.
I don't believe so. I don't believe so.
Shit, I was just wondering, was that what inspired this? The whole thing and him maybe going to jail behind that. I ain't know.
Look, the kid, real quick, the kid is super. I'm not gonna say
he tapped in. He's tapped in. Tapped in is the right word. Yeah.
But no, I was going to say talented, but that's not the word I'm looking for, because dude, from my understanding, is very calculated. He comes up with the concepts and the ideas weeks, months ahead. He's got a whole calendar. Like, he put work in. Like, he doesn't just literally roll over and turn the computer on and be like, hey, we're going to sit here and not say that. He knows what he's doing to get attention. He knows what he's doing. He's speaking to his audience. So I don't want to make it seem like I'm trying to shortchange him. The nigga got over 6-7 million followers. He's got over 80,000 subscribers at $5 a pop, bro. Do the math on what that is each month. That's 400 racks a month. So he clearly know what the fuck he's doing. He's putting on a good show, and kids fuck with it. I salute him. But this shit at my big age looks nuts. Something else that looked nuts. Ice Spice, your girl. She's catching some backlash for a performance that she had over the weekend. She dressed up in a costume, little Betty Boop outfit.
Nuts is one word to use.
That's true. That's a fact. Here's another. If she was looking for attention, you got the attention that you ordered. She caught backlash for the outfit. The outfit was very risque, I guess you could say. It was entirely too small, and she had to adjust her fit her entire performance. Is the criticism or the backlash fair or foul?
I feel like it's fair because it wasn't a surprise. Like, this is the brand. This is what she sells. Like, we've seen her butt before. Like, she do the twerk. Like, we've seen her in thongs. Like, this shit ain't nothing new. Yeah. She just had on a really short skirt and the cheeks was out. I think this is part of her brand. I don't believe the backlash. It was Halloween, of course. Ladies get to take advantage of, being risque. Dressing up in their Halloween costumes and have fun. I think she was having fun, man. I think people were being too serious. I don't have a problem with the dress. One, I enjoy looking at it. One, but two, like, again, it's Halloween. And she's not, like you said earlier, she's not Taylor Swift. It ain't like this was a big surprise. And this is the first time that we've seen her in something questionable as far as clothing. So no, I didn't have a problem with it. It was fine. What'd you think?
Yeah. Listen, if I'm Casa Knight age, she's on the wall at the crib. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she probably is that. She's for that generation, whatever that was for us, I don't know, or whoever it was, she probably that for them.
Foxy Brown,
all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so salute to that. But yo, this is on brand. And again, it's Halloween, so listen, that gives a lot of people an excuse to wear some wild shit, especially that's some people wait all year, nigga, to pull out the Catwoman shit or whatever the fuck.
Thanks.
Go for it. It was at iHeart's Powerhouse in Jersey. it really wasn't that deep to me. It was on brand, bro. Like you said, if this was Taylor Swift, that'd be one thing, because that would be different. Like, as in, like, it'd be like, what was that about? Like, that would be random. This on brand. It's not that deep. I watched it on mute.
Why you think? Why you? Yeah, I watched it several times. I don't even know what song she was saying. I couldn't tell you a bar, nigga. I don't know. I don't even know if she was performing or not. I don't know if she was just she was just walking around. I never touched the sound. Uh, why do you think people are so mad at her if it's on brand though? Like, what is it?
I think
the
it
lack
was
of?
just
Because I got just a theory that it's the lack of talent. I think people are kind of frustrated that she's getting as much coverage and she's doesn't seem to be as talented as the coverage she's getting. So people are nitpicking. What do you think?
But people will always say that to people whose looks outweigh the talent. Like, she's attractive. That doesn't mean she's not talented. She may be more attractive than talented. That could be true, but that doesn't that's the pro and the con of having looks. You get pretty privilege, right? That's the pro. The con is people don't take your art seriously because you look the way you look. And they're like, oh, you're only here because fill in the blank. Like Sweetie. Now, Sweetie's not talented at all, but she's bad.
I was about to say.
Yeah, no, she's not talented at all. She's proven
what kind
that.
Of case you finna make for that?
Yeah, there is none. Nigga, case dismissed. Nigga, there is no case to make for her other than her being bad, period, into discussion. And so she clearly has gotten to where she is because of how she looked. Ice Spice is still here. Like, people thought the first record she had, she was going to disappear. Nah, she was on the little Barbie joint with the song with Nicki. She got 2 songs with Nicki that sound halfway decent. The kids like it. The TikTok shit going crazy. Bro, I ain't gonna say she's here to stay, but her 15 minutes have been extended. And is it because of shit like this? Maybe so. I don't know. At the end of the day, man, listen, they can only get you so far. And like I said, with Saweetie, nobody's checking for any of her music. Every time she drops a project, she goes viral for how low the streams are, bro. So if your looks are only going to get you. If that's all you got, it's going to catch up to you quick. So I'm not tripping on that.
You don't remember we reported on the story where she was going to like a rap camp?
Yes.
Sweetie?
Yes.
They stole her money, nigga. They stole because she didn't learn nothing up there.
Nigga, she didn't get a refund.
Robbed her. Yeah. She need that money back.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. All right, man. Before we get to the wins and the losses, AB, a couple of more items to get to. This one excited me. Snowman is breaking the silence, man. Recent news about a divorce book just came out. So he announces, you know what? November the 3rd, next week, 2 Snowman albums coming. Are you excited, AB? Are you tapping in? Double CD, not 2 albums.
Yeah, double CD. I'm tapping in. It's called I Might Forgive, but I Don't Forget. I'm tapping in because the last project with drama.
That's straight to Jenny May.
Facts.
That's straight to Jenny May. I Might Forgive.
Facts. Listen, I'm gonna check it out because the last project was fire. The one with him and Drama, tough. And he's been doing his thing on features. He killed the ESTG verse. He's been doing his thing. Like, he sounds rejuvenated within the last year or two. Because for a second, I thought it was Dunzo. That was a rap, Reynolds rap. It's 29 tracks. That's always scary. Always scary. But he's got big dog producers on here. And he said the second disc is soundtracked entirely by Justice League. Now, when motherfuckers say that,
God.
Now listen.
Oh my God.
Now you cooking with hot grease. I may go straight to disc 2. like if this was back in the day, nigga, and we went to Best Buy or Media Play, nigga, I'd go straight to disc 2 if I knew, nigga, the whole thing was by Justice League. Because first of all, where have they been at? But 2, we know what they've done with Ross. And I need all of that. So I'm interested to hear this. I would definitely be checking for it because of the way he has sounded recently, and more importantly, because Justice League is behind a whole side of it. So count me in. What about you?
Everything you said, and I don't like a heavily promoted Jeezy out. I prefer a out the blue, like all the shit when the Gap when he was the minister of whatever he was calling himself. That little gap when he was heavily promoting his music, I wasn't feeling none of that. But these latest projects, like you said, it ain't been a lot of promotion. It's just been Jeezy being Jeezy doing his thing. That's how we were introduced to him. That's what I love. And on top of that, nigga, blame Killer Mike for this or whoever, but the nigga got the baby Jeezy picture on the cover.
That's real.
I'm sold.
Yeah, you can't fuck that
you
up.
Got the baby G.
Yeah, no,
you can't fuck up the baby picture album, bro.
Yeah.
Like you cannot do it.
You can't fuck that up.
Can't not like ever since Nas did it. Like the baby picture album is the album. That's
Facts.
the one that nigga. I'm going in on this one. We were seeing it, like I just said with Killer Mike. 2 Chainz had one. Wayne, of course.
Yep.
Yeah. So like the baby picture album.
Biggie,
Jeezy doing that excited me. Biggie's, yeah, like you can keep going. Like any baby picture album, nigga, they in they bag. And soon as I seen Lil Jay Jenkins with the Gap and the I said, oh yeah, nigga, I don't even need no single. I don't need to hear nothing. Just when this come out, I'm hitting play. To be one that I stay up for. Of course, people that listen to the show, they've known us over the years. Big Jeezy fan, man.
Sure.
Probably one of my favorite rappers of all time. So I'm excited. I mean, again, I'm excited because it wasn't a long, drawn-out process. It was like, here you go. And that reminds me of when I was introduced to Jeezy. Just a nigga bringing it in the house. Y'all ain't heard this, and I promise you gonna like it, and you ain't gonna take it out, and you gonna want me to go burn it. Burn CDs is crazy. You gonna want me to go burn a copy for you right now. You kids that don't know what that means just make a duplicate of it. But I'm here for that. That's the type of Jeezy that I want. I hope he's in his bag. If we get a chance to rap with Jeezy talking about his relationship on a whole disc, I might jump off a bridge. I might just jump off a bridge. I don't want to know nothing about the Jenny Mae breakup. I don't need one line, song, bar, anything, bro. Give me old head, OG Jeezy reminiscing over Justice League beats, nigga, and I'm here for it.
Do you need features? How you feel about it? Like, because I see the track list, but he didn't put a feature list on here, though.
I wouldn't mind a good T.I. feature. Always Jay and Hove, Hove and Jeezy always do something.
He ain't
nice
getting
together.
that no more. That's over.
He ain't getting no more Jay verses.
No, he off Def Jam. He on some other label.
I ain't even gonna lie. No, I don't even need no lot of features, bro. I don't need to hear the nigga with new people. I don't need the STG on there. I just want some Jeezy that reminds me of the old Jeezy that I first heard. And one thing we didn't hit on with the Jay stuff, he teased cutting his hair. And
that's
you and
true.
I being Jay fans know what that means. Yeah, we got to address that. So the process for Jay has always been throughout his career, as he's recording his album, he let his hair grow out.
Yep.
And when he finishes it and it's done, he cut his hair. So he teased on that interview that he's about to cut his hair. He said he's going back to the Low Caesar. So people
do you think that means we're getting new music though? Because she asked him about new music, and he said when I feel like when there's something important to speak on, I would do it. That was kind of a vague answer. You know what I mean?
And that is a really vague. It's a really good vague. That's some Jay-Z shit.
Exactly.
It's deep. It's simple, but it's deep because, like you said, what makes Jay-Z is not the stuff that he picks to speak on, but the observation or the perspective that he gives to it. So there's always going to be good shit for him to like talk about, and we want to hear about from him just because of who we think that he is. So I'm 50-50 though. I don't know. I'm not sure what a Jay-Z album will look like here, but I'm here for it.
The Jeezy album comes out this Friday, November 3rd. I'm going to temper my expectation because it is a double album, bro. 27 songs, or 20 whatever the fuck. It's a lot of songs. Not gonna lie. 29 songs.
I hope that's a lot of songs.
It's a lot.
I just hope that he was tapped in. I'm expecting a lot. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. I may be disappointed, but I can't help it.
Yeah.
So when you do a rollout like this, like I said, the baby face on the album cover, I seen that and
that's
immediately
gas.
Got hype.
Yeah, that's gonna gas
immediately hype.
That's a fact.
Facts, nigga.
Real quick, man, before we get to these wins and these losses, Blueface, your man's had a great time at the Rams game the other day. He had so much of a fun time that he had a couple strippers in there. He was throwing money in the air, making it rain at the game on the strippers. Some people didn't like this, man.
He proposed to his girl too.
Yeah, he proposed to his girl. Some people didn't like this, man, including the quarterback, Matt Stafford's wife. She spoke out and said, "Yo, this is embarrassing. Like, what are you doing?" Blueface responded and said, "Man, I was in LA before y'all. Right? I was in LA before y'all. I'll be here after y'all. Nobody kicked me out. It's not a big deal. Please keep it moving." Whose side do you fall on, Blueface's or Matthew Stafford's wife?
Man. So Matthew Stafford's wife has a podcast, and she was explaining on the podcast that her nephews were at the game, and they're of course on IG. They're old enough to have IG, and they were scrolling through IG, and I guess they was doing the little feature where you can see what's going on where you at. And they showed the picture, and they was like, "Man, this is happening here." And Matthew Stafford said that Matthew Stafford's wife said she seen and her daughter was there, whatever. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a hard time wanting to defend Blueface because it's Blueface.
Yeah, for sure.
But you paying upwards of $50,000 for that box. Now, do that mean you get to act ignorant in there and have the strippers? And if you do, like, how is it different from like the cheer? Like they had thongs on, the cheerleaders had hot shorts on. Like it's similar. It just ain't sanctioned by the NFL. I don't have a problem with Matthew Stafford's wife being mad at it, but her going on her platform and trying to like tear down and make it this big deal about the kids, I'm not sure if I agree with the Karen moment. I ain't like, who really, like, I ain't gonna say who cares. Of course, if I had kids, I probably would think differently. I'm really on the fence about this, man, because I know he spent good money, or somebody spent good money for that suite, and he would just call himself having a good time. And though some may look at it as ignorant and low class, some people may be like, "Oh, he's shaking it." Like, so I also get Matthew Stafford's wife. Like, if I had kids, then I probably wouldn't be thinking the same thing. But it's easy to turn away too. Like, you had to go seek that out. I'm sure, I am positive her seats were nowhere near Blueface's. So like, it popped it up on her social media screen. That's really up to you. Like, you ain't gotta show that shit to your kids and stuff, man. So like, it's fake outrage.
I will say this though, that's cap, because for the last several months I've been trying to get Blueface off of my social media screen, and this motherfucker will not go away. This nigga, every time I pull up Twitter, X, whatever the fuck it's called now.
That's true.
This nigga and his gal or ex-gal or baby mama, whatever the hell she is, dude, they will not go away. I have not followed either one of them. I have not, for some reason, I keep seeing this bullshit that got something to do with this nigga who had a song that was not that good to begin with. Like, the fucking Tatiana shit was not that fire, bro, for me to still be seeing news about you, bro, or for you to even have money to throw at a fucking Rams game, dude. Like, listen, I don't have kids.
Fair points.
I don't have kids, so my vantage point is different. With that being said, the person that did this, I think somebody did this at like a Bulls game like a year ago or something. He just biting what the nigga did at the Bulls game, bro, because that made way.
I know that.
That person got kicked out though, because he wasn't Blueface. He was just some street nigga that did it and thought it was cool or whatever the fuck. So
did he have a box?
Yeah,
he had a box too.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So that's what I'm saying.
You talking
again? This is monkey see monkey do. That's been the theme of this episode, dude. People see people do one ignorant thing and they want to one up it with another super ignorant thing, bro. I get it. There's a time and place for that, but I'm with you. Like, the same reason, like, people were looking at what's up with Lizzo at the game. They're like, bro, it's kid. There's supposed to be spaces where you're aware that there are kids in the building. Like, you have to be cognizant of that though. Like, you just can't do the, and I don't care if you pay money for the whatever, the nigga, that don't give niggas the right to. That's why niggas be wanting to, that's why players want to beat up fans. Niggas, fans think they paid money for these close ass seats. They can say anything to the players, nigga, till somebody fade you, dude. Like, dude, like, doesn't mean shit. Like, you don't own the tickets. Like, there's fine print on the tickets, nigga, that says you can't do certain shit that you paid for. What are you talking about?
What if Blueface is like, man, fuck them kids? Like,
I mean, he would say that though. Like, that's something he would say, which is the reason I've been wanting to get him out of my life, nigga, for the last 12 months, dude.
That's hilarious.
I'm tired of hearing about this nigga, bro. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, please get the fuck away. And niggas brought no value to nothing at all. Niggas bring it's all ignorant shit. I'm too old and past that shit. This shit's not amusing no more, dude. If I was 15, this should be funny. Bro, I'm too old, bro.
Yeah.
This is not funny. It's not cool. It's lame as fuck. You look stupid. Go do that shit in the strip club, man. But yeah, it's kids at the game, but you just have to be aware. That's a selfish ass nigga, bro. Like to be like, man, fuck it. I'm just bro, that's
That is
selfish
true.
in my
That
opinion.
is true. And it's ignorant. It's really ignorant too.
It is, bro. You
It
don't
is
own
really
this shit. It's
ignorant.
like your space, nigga. That nigga talking like he owned the Rams, nigga. Like, shut the fuck
I
up.
was in LA before
I was there, nigga. It's your
that
first
Chicago
Rams
dude.
game, nigga. Like, what are you talking about?
They pressed charges on that Chicago dude.
Exactly.
A Chicago man is under investigation for bringing strippers to the United Center. Like, that's crazy. Yeah, it is though. It is distasteful. That at the very least, it's distasteful. And when you bring it to his attention, like you did, I would at least expect you to have some class, my nigga.
That's all I'm saying, dog. Like, don't trust me.
Yeah,
One day, niggas may have kids, and we're gonna go play, and we're gonna start to notice shit that we didn't notice before because we're gonna be in public where kids are at, and niggas gonna be loud and cussing at the game. You're gonna be like, "Hey, bro, like you mind? I got a 4-year-old fan. You mind chilling just a little bit, nigga? Like, you see, we right here, my nigga."
Facts. I agree with you everything. I guess the only reason that I was on the fence before you went is because like Matthew Stafford's wife is pretty popular. Like their podcast is pretty popular. And it's a lot of people that don't listen to Blueface that listen to her. And like I could understand her voice and her concern. That's what she has a platform for, but she shed more light on it than would have been anyway. Like more popular than this nigga is. Yeah, she way more popular than Blueface.
If
I'm
this
thinking
was
she
an
got more
adult,
followers.
here's the thing: if this was an adult establishment, she wouldn't have gave a fuck. She only cared apparently because the kids were the ones that brought it. Hey, mom, what's this? That happens a lot. People bring that up all the time.
There's a lot of ass.
Exactly. Hey, mom,
Right.
people say that.
Right.
How many times you hear that? Yo, my kid came home from school today, asked me what lesbian means. Nigga, why are y'all teaching my kid? Like, you hear that all the time, dude. People only care when it trickles down to the kids, and now they got to answer these awkward ass questions. They don't feel like doing that shit, dude. I'm tired already, dude.
That's true. That is true. That is very true, man. Before we get out of here, AB, we got some wins and some losses, starting with Shine. Winner or loss, Shine documentary is on the way and is to be produced by DJ Khaled.
Yeah, count me in for this. Shine has had a very interesting arc. As we know, he went from a rapper to a politician. Who knew he had ties back home like how he do? And it's supposed to be, it's like a team of people that are manage our producing this. I think Issa Rae in on it. Like I'm here for this. Count me in. I'm gonna check this out.
Yeah, Shine is, I think he's in the parliament in Belize.
Yeah.
And his dad was like the prime minister or something over there. Belize is a dope ass place to go to. Y'all ain't been go over there. Make sure you go to Belize. But yeah, I'm here for it. This is a win. I'm definitely interested in. I don't think there's been enough coverage of Shine, to be honest with you. Kind of like got out, album flopped, then faded into obscurity and did his thing over in Belize. But yeah, I would love to hear the setup to that shooting, the what happened in jail, even getting out, trying to do music again and deciding to do this. Yeah, I'm here for this, especially with Issa Rae behind it. She can't miss it. Winner or loss, AB, your man Wale finally tapped into the Flower Bomb perfume brand just 12 years after the single drop. Was that a winner or a loss?
I immediately thought when I saw this, he did like a commercial for it. I was like, why he do this when a song came out, dude? But I think that the company just hit him because they came out with a product called Flower Bomb. And so as part of the rollout, let's reach out to the nigga that had a hit called Lotus Flower Bomb. And I thought this was his shit. Like, yo, he just woke up one day and thought, hey, I should make a perfume or whatever from a song from 10 years ago. So I'm going to give him a W for that. But what I'm going to give him a real W for is he's doing a 10-year anniversary show in DC for the Gifted album, like a one night only joint. And that's my favorite Wale album. And I'm hot because I want to go to that shit. But it might be too late for the boy. It's November 10th. That's the big W. But this right here is a little W. Because you're making money off a 10-year-old song. So I'm always down for that.
Having a favorite Wale album is crazy. With that being said, it's a W because this first of all, 12 years ago is insane.
That's nuts.
You could have asked me, I would have said about 7 or 8 that they came out. 12 years is crazy. It doesn't seem like it's been that long, but that song is kind of like a timeless song. It's gonna be around for a long time.
Yeah,
as we've seen, where people still reaching out to him wanting to do promo for it. So it's a big W. last winner or loss before we get to on deck of the weekend, I put on AB NLE Chopper. You've seen it online this week. He was reported missing by his mom. He was found a couple hours later, and then he dropped the deluxe edition to his album the same week. Is that a win or a loss?
It's a big L, dude. I said I thought it was fishy in the chat because his mom said, first of all, this came across my feed on another platform on like a radio. They were like, "Yo, pray for NLE." I was like, "Damn, what happened to what the fuck?" Like I'm thinking to myself, we done had a good year. Like, what the fuck is this? And then I go to his mom's page, and she's like, "Yeah, he's been gone. He hasn't answered his phone in a couple of hours." And I was like, "What?" Oh, but nigga, phone might have died. Like, what are we? I was like, "What?" That took all the wind out. I was like, "Okay, this is." And then to turn around and he was found, like you said, a couple of hours later. Oh, he's okay. He just needed some time away. Oh yeah, by the way, the deluxe Cottonwood 2 comes out this big L, bro. Come on, man. The pump fake on the disappearing shit. That was some slaw. You better than that.
I think it was his mom though overreacting. This is of course a loss. You never want to be put in the news for that. I'm sure he was highly upset with his mom for even putting this out here. Like, I know he was mad as fuck. Like, man, mom, what you doing? But yeah, like this is a L. I think he just put the deluxe out. Like it probably was ready. He probably had a date for it, but just to get that that scuttlebutt out of the way, let me go ahead and drop the album so people quit talking about it. So yeah, it's an L.
Come on, mom. Mom gotta relax, man. I know like, mama, God damn, I fell asleep.
You gotta text mom dudes back or something though. Like you can't just leave mom hanging.
That's true. If anybody. That's true.
Yeah, anybody, you got to just shoot the text. I'll call you back in a minute, or I'm doing this right now. Everything good, like something.
That's funny, man.
Need that.
On deck of the week, man, we're going to Instagram. Shout out to b.divine.thought. He was referring to our last episode when we talked about CMG going on tour as a label. And we were like, yo, why ain't nobody else done this? He made up a very good point. He said, I just finished listening to the podcast. TDE did a label tour in 2018 called the Championship Tour. He is 1,000% correct. I completely forgot about that. I do remember, though. I remember that tour, and they did a label tour in 2018, so they was way ahead of Gotti and them. So we use TDE as an example of why y'all ain't done this, and them niggas already done it. So good catch. Appreciate that. Be Divine Thought. Good catch. And I'm mad. I slick wish I would have been around and paid attention and went to that motherfucker because it probably was super dope.
What you got to put us on this week, AB?
I am going to double down on what you put us on last week, and that was Rich Paul's book. I went ahead and listened to it, finished it, binged it mad quick, very easy listen, very digestible, easy for me to say book. Love to get the story of his come up. Who knew he was the Birdman back in Cleveland? That was news.
You fuck with him more now, right?
I already fucked with him though, but now I really he's on like my no slander list. I ain't taking no Rich Paul.
Birdman is saying a lot, but he was getting it in. He was getting it in.
Man, this nigga got rollies and shit. This nigga was on some Birdman. This nigga was on some BMF shit, bro.
I fuck with Rich, man. He was getting it in, dude.
I ain't taking no Clutch slander. I ain't taking no Rich Paul slander. It was a super dope book. I recommend it, man. Check it out. And if you want a book, but you don't feel like buying that shit, man, download the Libby app. It's a library joint. You can listen to books for free. You just got to check them out, air quote, like digitally. Shout out to Big Jeff, put me on to that. So, yeah, check out the Libby app if you like, man. I want to listen to some audiobooks, but I don't feel like paying for that shit.
I'll download that now. That's the put on right there. Libby, Libby.
Yep.
Oh, come on that. So we get out of here.
What you got?
For me, Netflix show dropped Chasing Gotti. J-Ho dropped it in the chat. I watched the first episode. By the time he did that, though, if you into the mob shit like I am, man, this is the story. Like there's a lot of Gotti documentaries. This one right in line with the rest of them. Some of the same information if you know the story, some new information, but it's good. Especially again, if you like the mafia stuff, if you follow it like I do. Yeah, man, fire.
I definitely checked out the first episode. It's called Get Gotti.
Netflix. Oh, Get Gotti. Gotti, excuse me. Thought it was Chasing Gotti. Yeah,
Get Gotti. I watched the first episode. It's edited superbly. And I know that's on some nerd shit, but it's...
Yeah, they did.
They got the set pieces
cut
right.
Scenes and shit.
It's chopped up flawlessly. It adds to the story. So that's what, but you got to do something on something that's been covered so many times. You got to spice it up somehow, and they're doing a good job. I'm definitely going to check out the other 2 parts. I think it's a 3-part joint.
Yeah, it's 3 parts. And if you're into Mafia stuff as well and you're a Sopranos fan, go check out the show that I do reviewing the Sopranos on Mondays. It drops called Good Earners. Shout out my guy Rich and my guy Mo, man, in season 3, episode 11 coming up this week. One of the best episodes in Sopranos history. Pine Barrens. You remember the Pine Barrens episode? You don't know him about it. You don't know him like that by the name. When Paulie and Chris got stuck out in the woods and shit.
Oh, yeah. I do remember the episode, though.
That's one of the best. I cannot wait to review that this week, man. So if y'all fans of The Sopranos, y'all remember that episode, tap in. It's going to be fun. That's one of the top 10 Sopranos episodes, man, Pine Barrens. So shout out Good Earners.
Facts, man. Hey, guys, another week in the books. YouTube.com/OnDeckTV Show. At Instagram, at OnDeck TV Show. We appreciate the support. Anything else before we get out of here?
That's it, man. Thank y'all for rocking with us. We out.
Yes, sir.